The vintage Supreme Cube that I helped make is back on Magic Online, and I'm here to force Survival Bazaar. All right, welcome back, vintage gamers and cube drafters. We're gonna go back and do another set of Supreme cubes tonight because it just came back on Magic Online with a bit of an overhaul, and I think the overhaul is quite fun, and we're gonna try our best to showcase that tonight. So, for those of you who haven't seen some of the previous videos, Supreme Cube is kind of somewhere between Vintage Cube and Vintage Constructed. Basically, you're gonna get 23 fresh packs where you pick 2 cards from each pack. And you're gonna try to build like a 40-ish card vintage deck, and these decks are gonna look very similar to vintage constructed decks, and sometimes they'll even be more powerful than vintage constructed decks. You can get Glee Moxes. You have the ability to get one of every Mox. There's Vault Key, Doomsday, Breach, Storm. One of the big things people do is Twister Wheel kind of stuff, but the Fleshraker deck has made its way there as well. And so you're basically looking at a bunch of vintage decks, and you can see some example lists here where people are, doing channels or frogs. Here's a deck that looks like Raker Shops, Doomsday. These are going to be very powerful, almost, kind of 40 card constructed decks. And you have lots of options in terms of, control. I do think that the Workshop aggro deck is quite good. And one of the cooler things we have going now in Supreme Cube is we're putting duplicates in of struggling archetypes to try to push them into playability. And so we really want to see some ritual-based Storm decks, some Atraxa decks, and some Bazaar of Baghdad decks actually have a strong performance in this iteration of the cube. So this is Crystal Cube, and I helped just consult a little bit on it the first time it came through. And so what we've done is we've added a bunch more Bazaars, Survival of the Fittest, Vengevines, so that you can get multiple copies of these things and you can more easily draft these really cool archetypes that don't fit into the, classic get Mox in and play blue spells. So I already have a trophy with a Vengevine Bazaar deck. Here, you can take a look at it. And we're going to try tonight to force this as many times as we can and see if we can't pick up a couple more trophies. But here you can see that we have 3 Bazaar of Baghdad, 3 Vengevine, 3 Collector Roof, 2 Null Rod. And so it's very much a deck, 2 main deck Mindbreak Drop. It's a deck that's designed to play against these really powerful All Moxen, Hold Breacher, Twister style decks that people like to draft. And so you can kind of exploit them. This wasn't the best version of this deck that I've seen. I think it, could have used a couple more Spirit Guides to help play turn 1 Null Rods. But the fact that we had 3 Bazaars and some Serum Powders meant they basically always had an opening hand of either Bazaar or turn 1 Null Rod Oof. So it worked really well against the different combo decks in the format. I played 46 cards here and then boarded, cards that were bad out in sideboard games, and I think that worked pretty well considering we had like I said, the Serum Powders and Bazaars. But what I think, like, one of the matches I played against more of a like a mirror almost, and so what I did is post board I cut Vexing Bauble, Null Rod, Pyroblast, or whatever down to 40 cards. So lots of options here. I've seen if you could draft like a really strong deck, there's no reason you can't trim down to 40, but sometimes it makes sense to go up and down to from the numbers that you drafted. So this was really cool, and hopefully the decks we make tonight will be just as cool. And I really want to show off the work that Chris and the people in the testing team did for this little bit sort of a Supreme Cube overhaul. Not that I'm biased or anything, but did get a little shout out in here in the helping to inspire this archetype in the cube with that Vibrant Survival League we did it a few months ago, which was one of my favorite videos of all time. If you haven't already checked out the 5-0 trophy with Vibrant Survival, that's one of the best videos we've had in the past few years. So we're going to jump right into a draft and hopefully try to force some Bazaar of Baghdad survival in Supreme Vintage Cube. I am happy to announce the dates for high-stakes, proxy-friendly Vintage in 2026. The legendary NYSE returns to Long Island in New York on June 6th. This $500 entry fee tournament will pay out 8 pieces of unlimited power. The Oklahoma Land Run returns in 2026 on July 10th through 12th at the Reed Convention Center in Oklahoma City. Play Friday Team Trios, Saturday Legacy for a Mox Sapphire, and Sunday Vintage for a Mox Emerald. Event links can be found in the description below. I hope to see you there. Let's battle. Okay, here is Supreme Draft number 1, and the goal here is we're going to force Survival Bazaar and see how it goes. So in this pack, we only have 2 cards that can fit in our deck. We've got Hierarch and Vengevine. Vengevine's good. Vengevine's great, and Hierarch is just okay. But you do need some amount of like 1-drop creatures to bring back Vengevine. This second pack looks a little rough. We see a Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt can be worth take. Oh, actually, this pack has like 4 hits, maybe 5 hits. Actually, I thought it was rough, but it's not. So I like Mindbreak Trap as a way to survive when you don't win the die roll. Mana Crypt can be used to power out turn 1 Null Rod. Detective's Phoenix is a card for our deck, basically, where we can. It's very easy to give something haste and trigger Vengevines. And Simian Spirit Guide helps play turn 1 Collect Roofs. And of course, Serum Powder is helping us find Bazaar. So I think we're going to have to take... I don't know if we have to take Serum Powder, but I'm going to try taking Serum Powder Trap. But I really would like to take maybe Trap Spirit Guide or Trap Phoenix. But I think the Trap is the way we break serve, and I think it's very important, and it's part of the philosophy I have for building these non-force decks. But I don't know that Serum Powder is necessary if we just simply have 3 Bazaars. But if we like miss on the Bazaars, say we only get 1 Bazaar, then the Powder is going to be really good. I think, like, yeah, I don't know the answer on this third pick, and I think that's kind of the best part about Supreme Draft is it does make you take some hard decisions, and this is a pack that I think you have a hard decision on your second choice. So I'm gonna hit this. Let's see. We have a Fetch Land, a Taiga, a Deathrite Shaman. Bombardiers is certainly a playable card in this deck. I think Grudge is a playable card if you splash red. And then Rootwalla is going to be our number 1 pick to return Vengevine. So the question is going to be, do we take Rootwalla Deathrite or Rootwalla Taiga? I like to be red-green in this deck if possible. And I'm not actually a huge fan of Deathrite because I find it hard to have the lands in your yard that you need to make it work. I don't think it's bad. But I think what I'm going to do is take Blazing Rootwalla Taiga. Okay, so we still are not at Bazaar yet, but there is a Vibrance in this pack. There's a Fury, and there is a Once Upon a Time. Kraza, huh? I think maybe we missed Hexing Squelcher. I'll have to let Chris know. That's my fault. I probably forgot to to let him know about Hexing Squelcher. I gotta check the cube list. Where's the cube list at? Because we made all these change. No, Hexing Squelcher's in the list as well. Okay, so I guess it's just also there. Okay, there's 3 of them. I didn't realize that. All right, good to know. See? I'm not paying attention. Fury is only good if we play against another deck that has creatures, and sometimes that's not the case. But I think I'm going to go Vibrance Fury. I actually don't know that I like Once Upon a Time that much. Well, Dismember's probably fine. But I like having Fury, especially when you have Survival in the deck. Also fits our red-green theme that we're going to go through. I'm going to try this. It might be... I don't know. I don't think you need to have Once Upon a Time. We'll see. Okay, we've got a Gorilla Shaman. We could use that to attack Moxen, but that's not really the way I want to be fighting Moxen. I think Gorilla Shaman is actually better in like a Lurrus deck. I would prefer to be fighting Moxen with Oofs. There is the Lurrus in this pack. Sad. I'd love to draft a Lurrus deck too. I think those are that's one of my favorite archetypes to draft in is Lurrus decks. You force of willed 2 shamans, yeah. So there's a Void Mirror, not exactly what we want. I think Void Mirror, because everyone plays some amount of basics, is not actually as good as you would hope it would be. I'm gonna go with Force of Vigor to give us that breaking serve that we talked about with Mind Break Trap, and I'm gonna take the Hogak, but I'm not actually sure this Hogak is amazing. We do need to find a Bazaar. We're not halfway through yet. We're almost a quarter of the way through. I see a Besieju. I see a Master of Death, which is going to be one of our ways to get a lot of value off of Bazaar. I do see a Fetch Land. Do I want Besieju or do I want Fetch Land? There's also Roiling Vortex, which is another way to punish heavy Moxen decks. You can play the heavy Moxen deck, or you can play the Roiling Vortex on turn 1 with like the Simian Spirit Guide, and then it's hard for opponent to play too many Moxen. It's certainly an interesting idea. I kind of like it more than either of the land options, so I'm gonna take it. Though it is, not great with Root Walla. I think that's actually fine, because we don't mind taking damage a couple times, whereas our opponent, we're attacking our opponent. Okay, so this is a hard pack, because I think our number 1 pick is definitely Collector Oof. But what is our number 2? There's a Strip Mine. I do like sometimes trying to find Ren and 6 in my in this deck. I like having the ability to Pyroblast, especially when you have a Simian Spirit Guide, but we passed up on 1 Simian Spirit Guide. I can take another red-green land, which is probably what I'm leaning towards. But I do think that like Strip Mine has a lot higher upside, especially when you're trying to tempo someone with Vengevine. But I think the amount we're leaning into red makes me want to take the Stomping Ground. We'll see. Here's our second Simian Spirit Guide and our second Mind Break Trap. So we're going to lose out on Powder, which I think is a fine. Like, I don't think Powder's required. But then again, we have not hit any Bazaars yet. I think with 3 Bazaars, you're very likely to hit 1. I don't know what the math is, actually. But I think the math is quite good in terms of being able to force. But I'm going to take the Simian Spirit Guide, and I'm going to take the Mind Break Trap here. Means we probably won't get Besieju's. Still no Bazaar. There's a Pyrogoyf. I'd really like Frenzied Baloth in the survival deck. I mean, we haven't seen a survival yet either. But I'm really, really big on Yavimaya. Turning Bazaar into a forest is quite good. And I'm somewhat okay with like having a Walking Ballista in these kind of decks. It's a way to trigger Vengevine, and also it can pick off Orcish Bowmasters, which can be a problem. But Yavimaya, I think, is definitely our number 1 pick. The second pick is between Frenzied Baloth, Pyrogoyf, and Walking Ballista. And I have 1 Vengevine so far. I have no survival. Yeah, I don't know the exact number. It should probably pop up in the cube list. 95% to C1. Yes, we can have up to 3 Bazaars. There are 3 Bazaars in this cube. I think I'm gonna go with Walking Ballista. That's our first Mox, right? I feel like we haven't seen any Mox in either. Here's our survival. I don't know that I want off-color Mox. I'll always play on-color Mox. But off-color Mox I haven't been as happy with. I didn't take the Strip Mine, so the Ren and 6 gets a lot worse. The survival is good though, because that gives us something to do even if we miss on like having 3 Bazaars, say we only get 1 Bazaar, at least having a survival will give us play. We could of course take Scalding Tarn because it fetches us red-green. I think I'm going to take Ren and 6. It gives you another really powerful way to play the game. And although it doesn't work for us right now, we're still not even halfway through the draft. There's our Bazaar. We've got a Bazaar. That is huge. And we also hit Null Rod and Vexing Bauble. So we talked a little bit about how Roiling Vortex can be used. You can, if you're on the play, Vexing Bauble is super high priority. Even if you like counter your own hollow ones and root walls, if you return a Vengevine, it's fine. I think I value Bauble maybe. There are not 2 of every card. There are variable amounts of different cards in the cube. You can see it. There's the link in the cube list if you want to go check it out. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to have Null Rod or if I want to have Vexing Bauble. We're going to get a bunch more Null Rods in Oof and Null Rod anyways, and I think the Vexing Bauble has a higher upside. So I'm going to try taking the Bauble. I value Bauble and Trap extremely high in this cube, even when they're not, like, perfect fits for your deck. So let's try that. Saga, Hex Drinker, Mind Twist, Atraxa Veil. See, this is the first pack I feel that we don't have 2 good picks in. This is, I think, the first pack that I feel like we don't have 2 solid picks in. Because, like, I think Hex Drinker is okay, and we'll definitely play it, especially another way to trigger Vengevine and beat up on, like, a more fair blue deck, but I really don't want to play Veil in our deck. I don't really want to play... I mean, we could play this Magebane Lizard. Don't think Magebane Lizard is that good. Saga gets Ballista. It actually does not. Saga only gets things that cost 0 or 1. So right now it only gets Vexing Bauble because we don't have any on-color mucks. And I can get Saga off of Vibrance, which is not a bad thing to do in a fair game for what it's worth. I think I'm more... We do have a Ren and 6. That's true. I don't know exactly what brings back Atraxa. You can check out the cube list, though. I know, like, we're trying to Oath and Flash and Show and Tell Atraxa, maybe, but I don't know if there's, how good the reanimate packages are, or if there are reanimate packages. I'm not really sure. Am I going to play Magebane Lizard in my deck, though? This creature deals damage to that player equal to the number of non-creature spells they cast this turn. I think I would rather have access to the Saga, even if we don't think it's... I mean, even if we don't think it's going to be that good. But we do need red cards. I'm going to try the Magebane Lizard. I don't know. I have never played with the Magebane Lizard, so... Here is a Blazing Rootwalla and another Taiga. To do this, what do we have to pass up on? Bone Crusher Giant, which is actually kind of a sick card to get off of Survival, because you can Survival for it and kill a... like a Bowmaster or something, but if you're survivaling, you don't really need to kill a Bowmaster. I think I'm just going to take the on-color Taiga and this. I could definitely play Broadside in this deck with survival, but I think this is fine. There's another Bazaar. Beautiful. So we have Bazaar now. I was very impressed by the first Endurance. I played an Endurance in my last league, and it was very good. I actually put someone's double Vengevine back into their deck when they tried to bring it back. And then I vigored the survival and wastelanded the land. It was pretty sweet. But there is a fetch land. I don't think you need a fetch land, though. If I just have my only lands in my deck are my good lands, I think I'm just going to take this Endurance. Here's a Vengevine. And an Elvish Spirit Guide. So there is an Exhume, so that helps answer CRK's question. Yeah, we're playing Vintage Supreme Cube. It is a take 2 of 23 packs. I don't mind Mental Misstep, but I don't have it on the same regard as Trap here. So I'm going to go with Elvish Spirit Guide Vengevine. I think the Spirit Guides are very important to this deck. Chalice, Null Rod. We're going to miss out on Hogak again. But again, I don't think Hogak is that important to this deck. It's not bad. But I don't think it's as important as the hate pieces. And being able to play Chalice on the play is going to be very good. And being able to play turn 1 Null Rod is going to be very good. And I already have a Hogak. So that's true. No, the Bazaar list is definitely more Vine-centered, CRK. Speaking of Vine, third Vengevine and an Elvish Spirit Guide. We are in a great spot. We've got 3 Vengevines, 2 Bazaars. We could use some more Collector Roofs, and we could use maybe a green Root Walla, but this deck looks good. I'm going to hit submit on that. There's a Oof and a Glee Mox. We finally hit an on-color Moxen. That's our first Moxen. Okay. Second Oof and Glee Mox. Love that. Kaya's Cradle, Renin 6. I don't know that I want a second Renin 6, though. It's not looking very good right now. But I don't really have another card, right? I guess I could take a fetch land for my first Renin 6. I don't have a Wasteland, and I passed on Strip Mine, so I don't even know that I'm going to end up playing this in my deck. I don't think I like Chrome. I don't really want to exile my own cards. It costs a lot for Chrome to be good. I typically try to just not be doing Chrome, especially when you're like Collector Roofing and Null Rotting. I'm not going to have enough things to fetch back with Renin 6 anyways. And we're already at 36. I think I'm going to take Tarn Cradle, but I don't know. This is a Oof number 3. Love that. Oof number 3 is great. There's a Squelcher, but I don't actually think I like Squelcher very much. I don't think it's coming down in time to be good. I do like the idea of Nature's Claim and Red Elemental Blast. I have 2 Elvish Spirit Guides and 1 Simian Spirit Guide. If I can get Simian Spirit Guide, Red Elemental Blast, it's like a kind of a pseudo Force of Will to help you get through the first turn of the game if you lose the die roll. Another Endurance. Oh, Green Root Walla and Wooded Foothills. I don't think I need a second Endurance. I think we can go Wooded Foothills, Green Root Walla. I feel like this came together. We'll see if it actually functions. Low power count. No Lotus. No red or green Moxen. But I'm always taking... With 3 Vengevines, I'm always taking Green Root Walla. I actually think I'm going to... I might take... With 3 Vengevines, maybe I'm supposed to take 2 Endurances. Just because you can pitch cast Endurance. I think I want to take the Endurance and try to focus on the vines here. There's a green emerald. Ah, nice. Emerald. And then Stonecoil Serpent is a 0 that can bring back our vines. If I had a Black Lotus, I'd be interested in maybe trying to get a Boo. But I think I would rather just have a Stonecoil. Okay. Final pack has another Hex Drinker, a Keen-Eyed Curator. That's kind of it. I guess I fetch land that gets my stuff. I just don't know how many fetches I'm actually even playing. I don't even think I want to play Red and 6 because I didn't hit a lot. I passed on Strip Mine. So like I don't even think I'm playing Red and 6. All right, I'm gonna take the Keen-Eyed Curator. I don't think I'm playing any other lands, probably. So I think I'd rather just take the creatures. All right, so this came together. We hit a lot of the things we wanted. We didn't hit any squeeze, which is interesting. So we'd missed on Hollow One. You're right. You're right. We did miss on Hollow One as well. Building this mana base is challenging, and I don't really know the answers. We're just gonna make a lot of questions. Let's see. I think I'm gonna keep the curator out for the start. I want to kind of be a little bit lean here. And then I think the Fury, the Mage Bane Lizard, I'm going to take out. And I'm going to take out. We hit like so many zeros. We can probably not play the Roiling Vortex. The Roiling Vortex was more of a spec in case. I don't think it actually matters. Like if you deal yourself 10 damage, not me. But it's kind of just a similar idea to playing, but like a Null Rod, but it's only good on the play. So it was more of a spec when we were still trying to figure out how we're going to get to where we want to be. But this deck is so strong that I think we don't need it. I really like the look of this. This Fury is asking for a lot, and I think I'm going to put it in my sideboard instead. And then 41 cards. How many basics, if any, do I want in my deck? We have 1 Serum Powder, 2 Bazaars in our 40 card deck. 3. I don't think we need more lands. I don't think we need more lands. I'm trying to see if there's one card I'd like to get rid of, maybe. I think the Walking Bull. We do have a Vibrance. There's no Ghost Quarter, right? There is Besage You, but that's not. There's no Ghost Quarter, right? I don't feel like there's a Ghost Quarter. No, there's no Ghost Quarter. Are there Path to Exiles? No, there isn't a Road. I feel like there's the Initiative. That's true. Yeah, I'm down for a basic forest. A single basic forest. I think I might run it like this. This deck looks good. I like this one. I'll probably run it like this. If I change it, I'll let you know in the I'll let the YouTubers know at the beginning of round 1. See if round 1. Okay, here we are, round 1. We lost the die roll, which is important. We have a very fair Hex Drinker draw, no Bazaar. Our opponent has revealed a Lurrus, but that does not mean they won't do unfair things to us because it's the cube. So if this was vintage, like if this was straight up a vintage league, I might keep this hand. But in this cube, I think I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, another fair one, but this one has a survival. I think that's a keep. And then the question becomes, can we afford to keep a Vigor? Vigor, I don't know how good Vigor is against Lurrus. You know, it's not like they're playing, like, it's no, you know, there's no guarantee that this has enough targets. Where I do want to have access to, I think, all the non-Hex Shrinker cards for my survival plan. But I kind of need the Hex Shrinker if my survival gets countered, right? I think this hand is slightly stronger than the first one, and I'm gonna get rid of the Vigor, but obviously we could regret that depending on what my opponent does with their Lurrus deck. Underground Sea. Mox. Mox. Key. All right, well, I'm gonna regret putting the Vigor away. Okay, if we can get an Oof, we'll be in a great spot. Unfortunately, we don't have the Lotus in our deck. But we have 3 Oofs to draw to and a Null Rod to draw to. Fine. Okay. So, does my survival resolve? 'Cause, 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 If it resolves next turn, we can play an oof. And we got drained on turn 1, it looks like. Got leaked on turn 1. I guess that's better than getting drained. I cannot pay 3. Do I push out a Hex Drinker? Probably. We need some way to clock our opponent before they find Time Vault. So I do regret not taking Vigor because my opponent looks like they have Time Vault Key in their deck, but there was just no guarantee that my opponent wasn't like more spell-based. So it's tough to take it on the blind. They only have 1 card left though. They can buy Luris. But this card should beat Luris if we have enough time. They're holding everything up. Maybe Hardcast Force. Maybe they have a removal spell for Hex Drinker after we put money into it. All right, no removal spell. Attack for 4. Delver of Secrets. All right. How much do we need? We need to put 5 in to unlock the pro everything. Flow state. Anticipate. I mean, anticipate hitting Time Vault is good enough. Because we have not found an oof. A Bazaar would be a great draw for us too. Ah, they hit the Time Vault on the Anticipate. All right. Well. Yeah. We'll take that loss. We died at just Luris. Yeah, we weren't really going to get there. It would have to be just the Hex Drinker. So there is a Luris. Do we want access to... I mean, we have a Vibrance. We might still just want access to a Fury. I'm going to put the Fury in the deck. And roll back with everything else. Could play the Keen Eye, but I don't think the Luris Recursion is that big a deal. So we are looking for our oof stuff. There's a Chalice. I actually think this hand is fine. It is a little bit based on this Chalice, but I think that's okay. Chalice on 0. No, they had the Force for it. Force pitching drain. Play out the Cradle in case we hit a Bazaar next turn. That doesn't need a Bazaar. It actually just plays turn 2 Vengevine. What it needed is this Chalice to resolve, to be perfectly honest. Like, we were attacking for 5 on the second turn. Ooh, Frog, 3 cards. That's a lot of Vengevines. All right, we're in there. And, like, it's possible that I'm playing this wrong and I should be mulliganing a little harder. But I kind of want to limit test a bunch of different strategies and ideas on how to play these kind of decks out, so. I think this first one, this keep here is much better than our mulligan to 6 and keep on the game 1. But the game 1, again, we didn't know what our opponent was and we were on the draw, so. All right, they've hit with Frog. They've got a Crypt. I don't know if we're going to race, but we'll give it our best shot. Soul Ring, tons of mana. That's what we're trying to really capitalize on with our 4 Null Rod effects in our deck. That's not good. The fact that we haven't seen an Oof or a Null Rod yet is definitely bad for us. It's not going to be Tinker. Oh, they just have Volt Key? Wow. Okay. We've invested. I think our deck's actually quite good against our opponent's deck. We just need to find the right cards. quite unfortunate. All right, 1L. All right, on the play for round 2. Maybe we become a Bazaar this time. 2 oofs, gack, blast, powder. All right, we'll powder this. That's I guess that's fine. No, it plays a turn 1 Chalice and Bauble, and then you Vibrant on turn 2 for a Bazaar. I think this hand's fine. What are you talking about? You don't think this hand's good? I'm kind of confused why you wouldn't think this hand's good. I do wish we had like a squee in our deck. What this hand is kind of bad against is like Workshop Patchwork Automaton, which is something people are doing, so. Two of our oofs got put away. Something to keep in mind. We'll just have to see what opponent does. There's a Volcanic. And a Tameo. Hex Drinker. Do we want a Bazaar, or do we just want to hit our land drops and play Null Rod Hex Drinker? That's my question here. And I kind of feel like our hand's not really suited to Bazaar. I wish I could get a Gaia's Cradle, but can't really do that. So I think I'm just going to go Taiga. Yeah. I don't think I'm supposed to go Bazaar here. Ooh. Play a Hex Drinker. Then if we hit a land, we can pump it. If not, we can maybe play Null Rod. Let's see. Overgrown Tomb. 4 color. Kind of makes my Hex Drinker play worse somehow. We'll see. See what happens after that. They're going to crack. They're going to tap out. What are they going to do? They're going to hold up some kind of removal counter magic suite. What are we thinking? Don't know. Don't know. It's a lot of colors, though. We have not activated any Bazaars yet in this league, which is not ideal. Red, black, demonic. Ancient Grudge? Uh-oh. We can put it back in their deck with an Endurance. I certainly don't like the idea of my opponent answering all of this. We could pump our Hex Drinker. We can Endurance away their Grudge. We can jam a Null Rod and make the Grudge have 2 targets. They have to hit the Null Rod to unlock the clues, probably. I'm no longer protected from force. I think I'm supposed to Endurance them. Also blocks this thing. I think ambushing Tamio is a little bad. They did have force. Force pitching Echo of Eons. Ambush Tamio just lets them, like, grudge in response. Or grudge first. I mean, this grudge looks quite good here. Solid answer to what I'm doing. So yeah, next turn we either pump our Hex Shrinker or we slam a Rod. But if my opponent grudges now, then they can play all their zeros and bad things can happen. We'll see. There it is. Grudge. Bauble Chalice answered by 1 card. Sean would be proud. Mox Opal off of Clue Clue. This deck's sick. Opponent's having a good time. I love that for them. Crack a Clue. Land. Now their Opal is off. Yavimaya. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lock the... I'm gonna try to play a Null Rod here. I'm hateful. They have negation pitching Twister. I guess I'm glad we didn't get twisted. That's a lot of answers. I guess they must have had all of this on turn 1, but they had the Ancient Grudge, so they're like, fine, we don't care. All right, get the Metalcraft back. Can flip the Tamio. This is crazy, though. This is Taiga, Overgrown Tomb, Volcanic, Twister, Grudge, Echo. Pretty sweet. Bowmaster, before I can finish my Hex Shrinker. Oh, that's pretty much the worst possible thing that could have happened there. That might be the single worst thing that could have happened there. If we draw a creature, though, we can go off with survival. We don't have a hollow one, though. We have to keep that in mind. We do have a bunch of Ruellas, though. Their clock is not fast at the moment. And we did resolve the survival. So just any creature really will get us there. Survival lets us win through Bowmaster pretty easily. We will have to go find our list somehow so we know what's in our list. I guess our first one we can look. All right, Tamio's flipping. I guess Tamio's pretty good against Vengevines, turning them all off. Or not off, but lower. Okay, Mox. Just 5 color cards, huh? Bowmaster's really good against our deck. Gleemox. That won't do it. That's not a creature. Gleemox confirmed worse than Walking Ballista. Gonna hold it, though, in case I draw Bazaar. It's not the end of the world if my opponent pings me a couple times to get a creature to get going here. They can return Force or Negation. It just doesn't do very much against survival and play. This is still a game that I feel like we can win, especially having opponent lost a couple of their Twisters, because it seems like they're like 5-color wheels. Okay, well, there goes my Gleemox. Just looking for a creature. That's all we want. We've got a lot of game. If we can get a creature here. 6. It's pretty bad for us if this Tamio ulties, I will say. Time Walk. Do they have a 3rd Twister in their deck? Do they have a Time Walk in their deck? The DTs have been pretty sick against us. It's not looking pretty. Oofs would have been good in this league. This one too. I like my opponent's Ancient Grudge. I think that's a pretty cool adaptation. I haven't seen that. All right, Stonecoil Serpent. Here we go. So, Activate Survival of the Fittest, Pitching Stone Coil Serpent. We have 3 more activations after this. Okay, so with 3 activations, we do need to cast 2 things. To do that, it's kind of bad because I cut the Gak. We have no Hollow One. Do I want to do this over 2 turns? So, like, we could take Vengevine on the first one, change our Vengevine into a Root Walla, change our Root Walla into... I mean, we could do 2 Root Wallas on the top. So we could do 2 Vengevines, 2... No, 1 Venge... Sorry. I'm getting a Vengevine. I'm putting it in my yard. I'm getting a Vengevine. I'm getting a Root Walla. I'm putting it in my yard. No, and then I guess I get a Walking Ballista at the end. So I could do 2 Vengevines, a Root Walla, and a Ballista. I could do 1 Vengevine, 1 Root Walla, and then a Hex Drinker. I could just get the Master of Death, pitch the Master of Death, and then get a Collector Oof. Wow, this deck's so cool. And then on the next turn, go for triple Vengevine. I feel like going for 2 Vengevines, Root Walla, 0 mana Ballista is not great. But it does kill Tameo right away. Or go for their face and... probably has to kill Tameo. What if I go... Yeah, the 1 Vengevine line can put Tameo to 2 with an Ignoble Hierarch. Wow, I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. All right, I'm gonna go... Oh, wait, I only get 1 Vengevine no matter what, right? No, I can get a Vengevine here, get rid of the Vengevine. No, I can't actually get 2 Vengevines no matter what. So this play is kind of bad. Because this one has to get me Root Walla, and then I get rid of Root Walla, and then I get a 1-drop. No, wait, I must be able to. Vengevine. Okay, this one gets Vengevine. No, yeah, I think I miscounted. Sad. Yeah, so now I have a dead vine in my yard if I go for oof. So I guess I'm going Root Walla, pitch. Oh, no. I could get 2 Root Wallas and just get 1 vine. That's like terrible though. What did I do here? I have no idea what I did here. I think I'm gonna just get an Ignoble Hierarch. Oh, I could get... Okay, I see it now. I could get another Vine and then get the 0 mana Ballista on the top of it. Yeah, I should probably just do that. I feel like I just need to get the things in play and hope I don't die. I feel like I have to kill this Tameo. I'm actually surprised they didn't buy back DT. I guess they couldn't cast it. The problem is I think I'm getting twisted or something. I don't know. It didn't feel like I was supposed to go oof. It felt like that was too slow. Ah. Okay, so we're... Wait, why did they... Okay, so they can still use Tameo to buy back DT. So how many twisters are in their deck is the question. Ancestral. So they can cast Couple ancestrals. Saga. I wonder if... So maybe I was supposed to go Master Collector Roof. Master of Death Collector Roof. But then I really have a Tameo problem. I feel like we fell too far behind after the Ancient Grudges. The Ancient Grudges were lit. Okay, so if we draw a creature, we can do some things. If not, we have a pump. Wow. Should we just play it? Does it actually help us? We have to get through a saga, and I don't think I have a saga answer because I didn't draft a wasteland. And I don't think I have a saga answer, so we have to go wide. We probably just need to go for as many Vengevines as possible on this turn. So I can trade this for a Vengevine. I can do the same thing I did last time, except I can't get a 0-drop anymore. Also, this is my only oof if I want to play oof. I could just play oof here. Attack Tameo, pump, and that's technically attacking Tameo down, but is that even good? Like, should I be attacking my opponent? I feel like I should have gone Master of Death, huh? I think I boarded the Hogak out, I guess. Wait, where is the Hogak? Didn't I look in there? We didn't have a Hogak? I don't know. Let's just go look. I thought we had a Hogak in our deck. Oh, I powdered it. I powdered it. You're right. I powdered it. Yeah, I powdered the Hogak. That is unfortunate. We actually don't even have that many creatures left. I get a Vengevine, and then I turn my Vengevine into a Rootwalla, and I turn my Rootwalla into a Hex Drinker or a Hierarch, I guess. Keep trying to cast it. I don't think this is going to be a construct is my problem. I think I messed up, and on the first turn I was supposed to go... Maybe I wasn't even supposed to attack Damio. I'm just going to go face because I think I have to. See what happens. I don't really have a lot of agency here. I think my opponent has all the agency. Hi, Justin. I'm going to go to EW. Haven't played Vintage before, but own a set of shops, bazaars, and box and no Lotus. What would be the best strategy without a Lotus and blue power? Oh, you have no Lotus, no blue power. But you have bazaars, shops, and I assume access to maybe playing mono white. I feel like... Where's my chat? My chat and game log are gone. It was weird. I probably had things missing off stream. I feel like we just win. Wow, our opponent had to exile Twister and Echo, so they just had no ways left to win. That's crazy work. All right. Well, we got an on-the-play win against a Twister deck. I think I'm going to bring in Fury and Red and 6 because they kill Bowmaster and Hold Breacher, though those are both flash creatures, so if we get killed, we get killed. Is Hex Drinker... I think the Hex Drinker is... I want to take one Hex Drinker out. And I'm going to take the Chalice on the play... on the draw out. And I think the Vuxing Bobble is still good. I don't know, Hat. I think I would... I still think... You think that Sphere Shops with no Lotus is better than Dredge? Sphere Shops with no Lotus better than Dredge. Are we losing both of our Stone Coils and a Spirit Guide and an Emerald to this powder? We still haven't found a Bazaar. Mulligan. There's our Bazaar with a Vengevine, a Master. Okay. That looks good. I think I'm going to put the Vibrance on the bottom. We're pretty far from being able to do anything with that. I don't know, chat. What do you think about Hat's proposition? Would you rather play Dredge at EW or Sphere Shops with no Lotus? I think they're both fairly reasonable options. Sphere without Lotus? Sphere without Lotus? Yeah, maybe. Ancestral, I assume? Ugh. Yeah, I think they're both good options. I don't think I'm Vigoring there. Ooh. Oh, I should have Vigored in case they go twist Hull Breacher, right? I guess it doesn't change anything. All right, Vengevine, Master. I can only play one spell with Endurance, so we have to pass. See if we get Hull Breacher. We didn't get Hull Breachered or Bowmastered on our Bazaar activation, so that's step one. So I guess we probably did have to Vigor on their turn. But I guess if they play a Hull Breacher, we're still just dead with our draw anyways, so... But yeah, I think I was supposed to Vigor. Whoops. Black source. I'm definitely hitting their blue source then. I'm gonna get rid of... Oof is only playable if I hit Cradle, and I lost my Cradle, so... Do they have a play? Oh, they have a Hull Breacher now? Oh, no, they have a Hurkyl's Recall! No, I just got schooled! What? No, there's no way. There's no way in game 2. I guess this person has Hurkyl's. Yeah, okay. All right. No, that's my fault. I should have Vigored them on turn 1. Jeez. What? No way. I guess it makes sense, right? They Ancient Grudged us to death in game 1, kind of. I mean, you have it, you have it. I'm activating. There's a Root Walla. We're in, chat. We're in. Master, Root Walla, Fury, pitch cast this Endurance. No. Yeah, pitch cast the Endurance and then play the Gak. Probably not play the Gak. Probably attack with Vines. So maybe we pitch cast the Gak and then keep the Survival as a plan B. I don't think I'm putting the Ancestral back in my opponent's deck. I'm playing the Taiga pumps the root wall, actually. Blue, blue, green, white. Mind break trap. Yeah, that's not going to do it. I like the thought. Attack for... We have lethal on the table. That was 8, and next turn we have 11. GG's! All right. Okay, so no trophy, but a solid win there. That was a cool match. This is fun. All right, here we are. Third and final round of this very first draft. We've got turn 1 Null Rod. We've got Mind Break Trap and Vigor. Obviously, our hand doesn't do a whole lot besides that, but I think that's acceptable. That's kind of what we signed up for here. Obviously, not a Bazaar hand, and we did, you know, extremely well with our Bazaar hand. That's a swamp. That's scary. I'm used to seeing... Okay. Fluffy Voidwalker. I will Mind Break Trap it. I think Mono Black is a bad matchup for us. Oh, no! No! Okay. All right. Well, the good news is I don't have a Bazaar in my hand. Do I want to get a Null Rod down? I actually don't think I need a Null Rod anymore. I think now I'm more interested in just playing a Root Walla. So this is awkward because this opponent is playing like mono black scam kind of stuff basically. And I think that's another deck that can kind of hate on the blue decks if you have enough traps and stuff to break through on. They're offering the trade. So they have a reanimate. I mean, I feel like that's fine. I feel like we'll take the trade. If you want to reanimate it, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We tried. That's not ideal. If we can hard cast a Vengevine, is it good? Not bad. But yeah, this is like another deck. This is kind of not what we want to face. We want to face the blue decks. We don't really want to face mono black. Do we race, by the way, chat? Guess we do. I guess we don't. Or do we? So we go to 11, then they go to 9, and then we go to 8. We are racing, right? Nine. We go to 8. They go to 5. We go to 5. They go to 1. They have no other creatures. We drew our 2 Moxen after we null rotted them. What is this? We drew our 2 Moxen. Is this like an opposition agent? Fatal push? Oh no. This is unfortunate. I feel like we got robbed in this game. Survival. Okay, wait. So you're saying there's a chance. This is a win, right? We turn this Vengevine into a Root Walla, and we turn Root Walla into a 0-drop. Better. We turn this Vengevine into an Elvish Spirit Guide, and then, okay, all right. Activate Survival of the Fittest. Pitch Vengevine. Get Elvish Spirit Guide. Activate Survival. Pitch Vengevine. Get Blazing Root Walla. Activate Survival. Pitch Root Walla. Cast Root Walla. Get Stone Coil Serpent. Cast Stone Coil Serpent. Return 3 Vengevines. 1. Normally you'd play a hollow one, but I didn't get any hollow ones in my league here. Attack with 3 Vengevines. Yes! Let's go! Survival. I love it. Is this not peak Magic? Ah, it's beautiful. Okay, so I definitely want Fury, and I definitely want Renin 6, and I definitely want Keen Eye Curator. Do we want Null Rod? I don't think so. Do we want Vexing Wobble? I don't think so. Red Elemental Blast? No. Do we want Mind Break Trap still? Do we want Mind Break Trap still? I think so. I'm gonna keep him. All right, we have a Mind Break Trap. We've got a Bazaar. I like it. It's a beautiful hand. Swamp. Chrome Mox is number 1. Ah, turn 1 Dothy. Unlucky. There is no more rest of the sideboard. We have all the cards. uh, hmm. Hmm. This is still an Activate Bazaar. Okay. So we can cast this Root Walla with Madness through the Dothy. We don't want to get rid of our Vengevine. We're going to get rid of our Mind Break Trap, and we'll probably get rid of our basic Forest. Maybe that wasn't a Bazaar activate time. All right. Unblockable. Serum Powder. I don't want to activate into another like possible Bowmaster. So I think the answer here is if I play Stone Coil as a 1/1, I can play a Vengevine next turn. Because you get to pick 2 cards every time, you basically don't end up with very many cards that are going to go in your sideboard. You basically just play with the cards you have drafted. You get a little bit of sideboard options, though. But here I'm just playing more in the main because we have a kind of a toolbox deck. I'm trying to figure out how big I want to play the Stone Coil Serpent. I think I'm going to play this Stone Coil Serpent as a 2/2. Shit. I should have attacked first. I guess playing a land first is better. In case my opponent goes Bowmaster. Op Agent. I think that's a win for us. That's kind of not a win for us because we don't actually want to lose a creature. But I think I'm down to trade for the Op Agent. So now I think I'm going to activate this Bazaar because I have the Serum Powder. Where's our deck list? What do we have to do to find our deck lists? We should take a picture of our deck list. We have how many more Root Wallas? We have... This is the wrong list. No, it's the right list. There are 2 more Root Wallas. I don't think I'm supposed to activate. That was kind of bad for us because now our Gaia's Cradle is worse. Grief. Wow. I think you're supposed to take Stone Coil Serpent here. Though they could take Vengevine and then cast it with Dothy Voidwalker. They took the Spirit Guide. I think we're gonna die. I think we need help. Rootwalla. Master Powder. And then 2/2 Stone Coil. This block isn't good. I have to get the Vengevine down first. I'm gonna die to this thing. I think I'm just gonna die to this thing. I can't race. I'll be at 6. I'll take 2. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna die. What's my out? A Fury? What is this? Oh, Fatal Push. Okay. Alright. Well, we're not dead. Oh, no! Okay. That doesn't make any mana. But I wanted to keep this oof so that I could, if I drew a card next turn, I could change the 2 cards into... I actually don't think I can even do that. I would have drawn Fury. Oh my god, it would have worked. I would have been able to change this oof into a red card and kill both of these. But I can't do that because I need a land, so... Man, we are gaming today. This is so much fun. I think I'm going to put the traps away entirely. I don't even think I want Vexing Bubble. So I think I'm just going to play with this 40 carder this time. Here we go. On the play. Bazaar? Nah, I think this hand kind of stinks. I'm going to mulligan it. Yeah, this hand kind of stinks. I'm going to mulligan it. Okay, here we go. Here's a Bazaar. Keep. I think I keep... I have to put 2 cards back. Let's put back one of the one Vibrance, one this. Done. Bazaar, activate. I need to see some Root Wallas. I have 3 Root Wallas in my deck. Those are not Root Wallas. Oh, I kept the Vigor in? That's unfortunate. I think this guy's Cradle's got to go. Maybe I just try to scam it next turn with... I have 3 Root Wallas in my deck. Yeah. No Hollow Ones has been not good, I will say. I think Hollow One's a very big part of this deck. Missing on Hollow One has not been very good for us. Grief. Okay. Well, I think that means our survival is going to go. They might take our endurance to try to stop me from Vengevining. Okay, I took the endurance. And there is a Gleamox this time. And there's Hymn to Torok. Okay. All right, so I have no cards in my hand. So now what I can do is I can upkeep activate Bazaar with no cards in case I hit Root Wallas or the Master of Death. Soul Ring. Wasteland? No! Bowmaster. This is such a bad matchup. It's such a bad matchup. Wow. Okay. I'm not ready to concede yet. They have more Bowmaster? Oh my lord. I don't know if there can be a worse matchup. All right. So what do I need to win this game? I need to draw a red card for Fury. That's the start. I have a Vengevine in my yard. So if I can find like... I feel like this is not a lost game yet, but it is hard. It's gonna be hard. We have two more draws. Gleemox. That's interesting because that does play a Hex Shrinker. Okay, so if next turn, all right, I give it one more turn. If next turn I can draw a red card, Fury their board, and then go Gleemox, Hex Shrinker, bring back Vengevine, like it's doable, right? It's totally doable. I don't have that many red cards in my deck is the problem. There are very few red cards in my deck. I think that's the only out at this point. Oh, the monkey! One, two. Kill everything? Gleemox? Hex Drinker? Trigger Vengevine? Never give in! Never surrender! Goodbye! Alright. Ooh, do I fetch? I think so. Alright, I think I just attack. And then I think I fetch. And I get a Keen Eye Curator. Dark Ritual. Troll? No, not Troll, right? Beseech the Mirror? No, I'm not getting. Oh no, how am I dying, chat? They get any card they want? What's the best play? If they get Reanimate and reanimate Bowmaster, kill Hex Shrinker, that's not that good. What is the best card in their deck? I can't believe we just got besieged. There's another no, it's the Voidwalker. It's unblockable. No, if it was Scavenging Ooze, we could probably race this, but it's Keen Eye Curator, not Scavenging Ooze, and so we're dead. Oh, shit. Beseech for Doffy Voidwalker. Oh, man. It's too funny. All right. I have been bested here. I'm gonna act like I can block the Doffy Voidwalker and see if it gets me out. It did not get me out. All right. That's a 1-2. It was a really fun 1-2. If I can have that much fun going 1-2, you know, not that bad. I just lost my deck list though, so can't see it. I think this deck was close. What did I not like? I didn't like not having 3 Bazaars. I didn't like not having Squee. And I really missed Hollow One. But we kind of made it work with the Stonecoil Serpent, though. So it was okay. I don't think you're like likely to get 3 Bazaars every time. I think 2 is pretty solid. I could have mulliganed a little bit harder, and I'm kind of thinking maybe I should have mulliganed a little bit harder, but no Hollow One was a big miss for sure. Let's try drafting again and see what happens. All right, here we go. One more Force of Survival Bazaar. Let's see if we can't make it happen. What do we have this hand? We have a Mox, Pearl off color. We have a Trap and a Gaia's Cradle. Could theoretically play Grief, but like I said, I like to be the red-green. So let's go with Gaia's Cradle Trap. Here's a Bazaar. Perfect. Early start. High confidence. Null Rod. Sapphire, Gax, Saga, Shaman. There were definitely points where we could have added Shaman in some of those games. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Def Shaman. I think it's definitely... I mean, this is not a strong pack for us. I might take the Sapphire and Hedge to, like, be able to play Ancestral and Time Walk in our deck. I like that idea a little bit more. There's a Ruby and a Vine. Okay. There's the Ancestral. Okay, taking the Ancestral this time. So I am a little bit more inclined to try to find green-blue fetches and duels. And I'm gonna take... I think I'm gonna take the fetch. There's a Wooded Foothills. We didn't really miss Besaju in our last build. Definitely like a monkey. I'm gonna take Wooded Foothills and monkey. Here's a hollow one. Beautiful. We have a hollow one and a vine and a misty. I don't know. I don't think I want more than one endurance. All right, so I think this is my last fetch I'm taking. And then we just, if we see a tropical, we want tropical. And maybe volcanic, but... I mean, we could try to play Countervine if we get enough blue cards. Can we make Countervine work? That feels a little bit more ambitious. Here's a Squee. Should we try? I think that sounds ambitious. Kind of want to take Pyroblast with my Simian Spirit Guide. Obviously not good against the mono black player, though. I mean, we could maybe make Countervine work. Now, we already took so many fetches. Let's just play Pyroblast. Ooh, Green Rootwalla, Elvish Spirit Guide, Taiga. Wow. I think... Wow. I want an Elvish Spirit Guide, but... Can I pass a Taiga? I don't think so. All right, Green Rootwalla. So we have a Vengevine, a Hollow One, and a Rootwalla. That's good. Okay. This looks bad. No, it's not that bad. We have Fury Once Upon a Time. Don't think we want a Delighted Halfling. Like I said, I don't want to take any more fetches, so this one does fetch blue and Taiga. So it's quite good. But I really don't want this many fetches in my deck at all, right? This is already too many. I think we're just doing this. There's our survival. All right. We've got the survival too. I kind of like the idea of a Nature's Claim. I feel like we wanted a Nature's Claim in our last league and we didn't have one. But a Braid also kind of works. And it kills Bowmaster and Breacher. So maybe a Braid makes more sense. There's a Emerald. Emerald is good. There's Barrowglyph too. Sheesh. None of these other cards really do what we need. So I guess we'll take the Kenai. Bazaar number 2. And Null Rod number 2. Any other options? Not particularly. I do think that our decks have kind of wanted to have the Broadside Bombardier, though. Bazaar Null Rod. Here's our Tropical Island. That's perfect. So now we have Ancestral as castable. It's kind of good because there's actually not much in this pack. So we can get a Yavimaya and a Tropical Island. Okay. We have a Serum Powder. I'm still not sure about these Serum Powders, but I do like... Actually, there's a pretty high cost a lot of time to powdering because we have so few of every copy of, you know? I still think we want it. Also, because there's not much else going on in this pack. We're gonna take the Minskin Boo, but it's not that good. I don't think Karn is what we're looking for. Oh, I guess there's the Stone Coil. Let's take the Stone Coil. Let's take Serum Powder Stone Coil. So we are only on one Vine this time. Here's a Mindbreak Trap and a Stomping Ground. No, it's gotta be Mindbreak Trap Root Walla. Gotta be Mindbreak Trap Root Walla. Okay. We need to see more vines. There's a Lotus. Okay. Lotus is still good in our deck. Do we want to Boo then? No, I think we want the Master. Okay, Lotus Master. Another Trop. Another Yavimaya. This is too many lands. I don't really want another Trop. I just want the one. So I think it's just Yavimaya Hierarch. We need no Revenge Vines. Oh, a Second Survival is great. Second Survival does a lot of work here. And then Dismember is kind of nice to have. Or is there a better option? I'm not a big believer in Harsh Mentor. I don't think we want a blue-black land. I think having Dismember in my sideboard makes sense to me. Another Misty. Too many land. Another Squee. Definitely another Squee. And I think the first Endurance could take a Wasteland for sure. But I think I'd rather have the first Endurance. We need more Vengevines. Ah, we only have 3 more packs. Here's another Serum Powder. The Outland Liberator. The second Stone Coil Serpent. I think the second Stone Coil Serpent's kind of bad. I think the first one is good so that we have a 0-drop option to return Vine. Though we already have a hollow one, so... might not even need it to begin with. I think having access to a Liberator might be better. There's a Cradle, number 2. But we only have 2 Root Wallas. 1 Vine. This is like a weird one. We have like the other half of all the cards that we had last time. I'm gonna take Cradle Dismember, I guess. Don't like the look of this. I feel like we're lacking some oomph, you know? If this last pack has green Root Wall of Vine, that might save us. Channel Stone Coil. We do have Black Lotus. We do have Black Lotus. There's a Vengevine. Okay. We got a Vengevine and we have a Detector's Phoenix, or we can take the Bauble. I actually like a Detector's Phoenix here. I do like a Detective's Phoenix here. But it's probably just not as good as having a Bauble on the play, right? I feel like having a Bauble on the play is so strong. Let's go with the Phoenix this time. Try to make our deck as good at doing the thing it's supposed to be doing. Okay, so yeah, not bad. We got a lot of the things we wanted. I think the Dismembers stay in the side. I think maining Pyroblast and Null Rod makes sense though. So we're gonna have I think we're gonna play no basics. I guess we'll play a... Nah. I think I'm just gonna take the Verdant out. And we'll have 2 fetches. Taiga Trop. Powders. I'm not gonna play the Abrade. I have an Outland Liberator and a Fury. I think this is where I'm gonna stop. Do we need the... Okay, we can board out the Curator. You don't want to like lose like too much of your survival of the fittest package, and we do need enough creatures to trigger our cards. And it is a green creature. But maybe this is enough. I wonder if we have too many lands. We'll try this. This seems good. Okay, second draft of the night. Round 1 on the draw. We've got Survival, Stone Coil, Endurance, Ancestral, and a Powder. I'm going to Powder. Into a Mindbreak Trap, Vengevine, Lotus, 2 green creature hand. Okay. Let's go. I like this. They did not play Time Vault. How many oofs did we end up with? This hand would love an oof. Bazaar. Activate. Ooh. Bad draws. We end up with 0 oof and 2 null rod. It's a little sus. I'm thinking about playing Lotus, Sapphire, and Heart holding up Hardcast Trap. Is that nuts? No, I have Outland Liberator. I don't need to do that. Okay, so I don't need to do that. Is nuts. Noble Hierarch. Outland Liberator. Return Vengevine. Probably should have led. I didn't want my opponent to counter it. Oh, attack for 5. And I have Mindbreak Trap and the ability to kill Vault Key with my... Okay, wait a second. That's a hell of a start. That is a beautiful looking start. I've got it on lock. The One Ring. Okay, that's pretty good against us. I will say that one's a little problematic. Do we want to kill the key? I guess let's get an attack in first. We might want to kill the key. Oh, never mind. GG, easy. Okay. I have to use this because I need 2 mana, and I'll hold it up off of that. Null Rod? Yes. Okay. Wait, our deck is looking good this time. All right. I think we're on to something. I think we've found the line. Oh, come on now. Um. Do we kill the key in response? Probably. Can't destroy the indestructible ring, so I don't think bouncing the ring is particularly good here. We do still have Mind Break Trap if something goes really badly. So, what? Oath? I will Mind Break Trap your Tezzeret. Yes. Thoughtcast. Oh, Forbidden Orchard. That makes our Gaia's Cradle do more. I'd love to find like 2 null rods so that we can't even get forced out of this one. Chain of Vapor, though. It's good drafting. I think Chain of Vapor is really strong for these decks. How much mana do I have, chat? 4, upwards of 5. Because I could cast this Vengevine. But it wouldn't be enough, right? I'd only deal 9 damage. So, should I hold the Vengevine, though? Should I hold the Vengevine for next turn? After I hit them? Yeah, I think so. I think I hold on to it so I can hard cast it next turn. Because it's lethal next turn. It doesn't require me to hit 2 creatures. Oh, it's exactly, I have exactly 4 mana. Well, I guess they're already dead to the ring, but might as well, right? Twister. I have a Mind Break Trap after this. Also, oh, Tolarian off Twister. Oh no. No, 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 no. Mind Break Trap. What a game this is. Tolarian off Twister into the chain back. And the trap works. Hurkyl's recall themselves. No, Hurkyl's recall me. Oh no, 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 no. No, we're being no, no, no. They only have 1 blue left. They only have 1 blue left. We can live. We can live. Oh no. Wow, what a sick game. They have Chain and Hurkyl's main. Ancestral. Gleebox. Blue. Green. Mercy. Mercy. Oh no. I think we're dead. We needed 2 hate pieces. I guess Hurkyl's recall would have gotten us anyways. That's why you need Collector Roof, chat. Collector Roof and Nullrod. Damn, that's so crazy though. They had to twist her into Academy for this to happen. That was the only way. So they can play a new 1 ring, but they do still need to answer Nullrod if they can't win. Oh, I mean, our Mind Break Trap was definitely correct. I don't know. They might not be able to win, chat. We have 6 damage. We've got more stuff coming. Got a lot of mana off of Cradle if they pass the turn. I did not see that. Another PO! They have 9 cards left! Oh no. This is the kind of deck we're trying to beat, though, with our null rods and oofs and stuff like that. Our mind break traps in the main. But opponent had sufficient answers here with Hercules and Shan. Displacer Kitten. I mean, you got it, bro. Can they win, though? They currently have 8 cards in their library. Like, I don't know how they win the game. If they have a brain freeze, maybe? Yeah, okay, they have a brain freeze. All right, fair enough. All right. Well played. Well played from the opponent, and well drafted. I think putting a Hercules Recall and a Chain of Vapor in your main is not something everyone does. And it was very good for them. I don't really think our stance here changes, besides Fury is probably not necessary. We have our main deck Pyro already. We have our Null Rods. We wish we had that Vexing Bauble, obviously. Oh, did we have Endurance? I didn't even look. Did we have Endurance in our hand? I did not see that, actually. Oh, okay. Good. I did not... I didn't miss something there. That's good. All right, I think I'm just gonna run it back. This is definitely the matchup I'm gonna regret not taking that Vexing Bauble, though. So this is one of our Null Rods and our Squee. We have a turn 1 Null Rod, though. Do you keep this hand on the back of turn 1 Null Rod? If I had another land for survival, I would snap this off. Maybe I'm just supposed to snap it off anyways. I feel like it's kind of bad to powder more. I'm going to try keeping this. I don't know that that's the right idea, but lands and bazaars are good. I just think turn 1 Null Rod is kind of what we're looking for here. No Bazaar. Stone Coil for 1. I'm going to play the Stone Coil on 1 because I can draw 2 Cradles in my deck. Hercules Recall. Thassa's Oracle to block. What a beast. They kept the card on top. Vengevine. It's a lot of islands from the opponent. Twister. Thieving Skydiver? Oh no. My Stone Coil Serpent. Come back. Alright, Yavimaya, here we go. Survival. Okay, I mean, they don't have counters in their deck. They keep F6ing, so... Next time we can start changing Squeeze into cards. This is going to be good. Tezzy. Hopefully they don't have like a Torma. I guess Torma Script doesn't work. They can pump their Stonecoil Servant. Oh, baby, pump the Stone Coil Serpent. Okay, so I can go pitch Vengevine, get Elvish Spirit Guide, pitch Vengevine, get Rootwalla, use Spirit Guide, pitch Rootwalla, get Hollow One, return everything. How many do I have? At the very least, we start by pitching Vengevine. We have one green Rootwalla. And one hollow one. I feel like that's the play. Oh, did I lose my spirit guide? No, wait. Do I have I don't have a green spirit guide? I have no green spirit guide in this build. Okay. That's actually really bad for me, right? I have an endurance. So I can't believe I don't have any spirit guides in this build. Okay, so I can go grab green Rootwalla, pitch green Rootwalla. This is so bad. Maybe I should just get an ignoble hierarch so that I have more mana next turn. In which case I should have pitched Squee instead of Vengevine. Sometimes I like to play the land creature in this deck so that you can get the land creature and play the land and do it again. But I don't have that. I have a red spirit guide, but that doesn't help me activate survival. I could get a red spirit guide. No. I think I'm gonna get an ignoble hierarch so that I can next turn I have the mana I need, right? I think that's really bad, but that's kind of a problem of I didn't draft any Elvish Spirit Guides. I usually try to draft at least one Elvish Spirit Guide. We had an Elvish Spirit Guide in this draft and we chose something else instead, so 1/1 counter on the Stone Coil Serpent. Assault Monolith. Attack all. All right, we're at 8. Yo, Meat, thanks for the raid. Hollow One. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So Vengevine. This will be good. This will be good. Okay, so pitch my Vengevine. Get... I don't even need to go double Rootwalla, but if I go double... Oh, I need to actually pitch 3 cards to play the Hollow One. I want to be able to play the GAC, but I might just not be able to. Unless I guess I could just cast that now. Oh, if I get my last card, no. I'm not really seeing another way. So let's go get the Rootwalla, cast the Rootwalla, get the Rootwalla, cast the Rootwalla, trigger 2 Vengevines. So I can't play my Gak. Oh, I guess my Gak actually costs a bajillion. So I guess I was never gonna be able to play this anyways. I don't actually have that many things left. I guess I can take an endurance or a phoenix. I can get a phoenix next turn with this squee though. Though I guess I can't bestow because I just have no cards in my yard. I'll get the endurance. It's the only card that does anything right now. And then I will. Do I kill the Tezzeret or does that not matter? It could matter. They could be sandbagging and Tez ulti. I could die. No, I have a spirit guide. Okay. I'll just go kill the Tezzeret. And then I'll play a hollow one to block. And pass. Next turn I could just like cast endurance as well. I feel like we're missing like a couple key pieces here. Just the Skydiver coming in. I don't want to take anything for granted because they have a bunch of twisters and stuff in their deck, and they can get rid of a null rod at any time with Hercules and Chain. Spirit Guide. Feel like I should just attack for 12. And pass. Holding open endurance. Oh, they're going to get rid of... Sure, that's good for me. That's... Okay. I like that. Yeah, I like just passing here. Like passing here. Okay. So... I could use the spirit guide so I can still use a survival activation. So I think I'm going to do that. And I guess I'll put their cards back because those cards are not very good. Okay, they're out of here. All right, okay. Now, can we break serve, though? Do I want any removal? I think Pyroblast is all I want. Pyroblast Trap. Yeah, this is weird. I feel like we're missing some key pieces, that some glue for the survival chain. So, this is a Bazaar hand, and it's a turn 1 Null Rod hand. It's just, am I gonna die? Probably. I don't think I'm allowed to mulligan this one. I don't have a Mind Break Trap in my opener, but I might just die because opponent's deck is so strong. We'll see what happens. Island. Probe. I got nothing. F6. Do your worst. Do your worst. Mana Crypt. All right. That's not good. Tinker? We haven't seen a Tinker yet. Metamorph? Are they going to go for like a PO off of Gleemox or something? That's 2 Mana Crypts. Oh, I mean... Okay. So, do we just try to play Null Rod? I mean, they probed us and then they made 2 Mana Crypts. So surely they have an answer. Right? If I hit... I have to hit like a Moxen or something. I have to hit either the Emerald or the Lotus to play the Null Rod. Yeah, well, if they kill me on the next turn, then taking 6 doesn't matter. If we activate Bazaar, we can hit Lotus, Emerald to play Null Rod. We could hit Mindbreak Traps to try to save ourselves. I think I want to play. I think I want to play Bazaar. I feel like they must have an answer, like a chain. Well, this looks bad for me. I must. I must say. Unfortunately, we have the mismatching Root Wallas, so it actually gets harder to cast the Gak as well. I will play the Ruby, though. All right, well, if we die, we die. That was a calculated choice we made. They did take 6. I kind of assumed that my opponent either had a counter for Null Rod or like a bounce spell for Null Rod, because if they didn't, they wouldn't have played the... Well, maybe they just had nothing. Maybe they just risked it for the biscuit. I don't know. That's a lot of colorless mana. A Ring-a-Ding? No. 7? A 7/7 Stonecoil Serpent? A Jewel. Oh. Yeah, it sounds like we're dead. Or maybe they had nothing and they were baiting me to not play the Rod. You think I'm just supposed to put the Rod on the stack? Yeah, maybe. We could have also hit Pyroblast. I don't know. We have a lot of good draws. We have 2 Mindbreak Traps, Pyroblast, Lotus, Emerald. Yeah, maybe we just have to. Maybe we don't have a choice. I overthought it, maybe. Opponent's deck's a little too good at comboing off. They're gone. Oh, it doesn't really... Yeah, I mean, they're going to kill us with whatever. I assume they just have a PO and PO it all back. And then how you win from there doesn't really matter. Flow state is turned on with probe. Jeez. Yeah, you're right. I should just put the Null Rod in play. I leveled myself. Stupid streamer. It just feels like really weird to play Null Rod after your opponent like probes your hand and plays second crypt, you know? Like if I had hit Pyro after my opponent jewels and plays up like their last blue spell, like it's pretty sick. Trap was pretty sweet. I don't know. Maybe it's too much. There's the chain. They just chained back key. So yeah, that looks like we're dead. I think it's likely that my opponent's hand was just chain, but maybe we just have to make them use the chain. Hmm. We don't have our endurance to save ourselves from the brain freeze. Imagine. Be so sick. There's the brain freeze. They're targeting themselves? Oh, they're gonna win with Oracle. They're playing around it. I kind of want to see what else is in their deck, just out of curiosity here. Mind's Desire. They do have Vault Key as well. And Twister. All right. I like this draft for my opponent. They made a very solid blue Storm deck with good answers in the main. I like it. All right, round 2. Let's see if I can make better choices. I'm on the play, so that's already a good start. What do I got? I've got Lotus Survive. I mean, this has got to be good. It's got to be good. I mean, the survival has to resolve, but I feel like that's where we're at in life, right? It resolves. So we get 3 activations. Okay. So Pitch Fury. Pitch Fury, get Vengevine. Pitch Vengevine, get Vengevine. Pitch Vengevine, get something else. Get Vengevine. Pitch Vengevine, get Vengevine. Pitch Vengevine. Get... Oh, no, I need to get 2 creatures, right? Get Vengevine. Pitch Vengevine. I already have the hollow one in my hand, though. So I have to get a Brute Walla at some point. Or I could, at the end, get a Stone Coil Serpent. So I think I just have to get a Stone Coil Serpent, because I want both of my vines. All right, 12 power. I only had one hollow one, so... And it was already in my hand. All right, so I have turn 2 lethal. Is it enough? It might not be. So it looks like a Bowmaster to me. If my opponent has a Bowmaster, is there anything I can get? I can make one fly with a Detective's Phoenix. Is that good? Should I just take Endurance so that I don't randomly die? I think making a Detective's Phoenix doesn't really help me. One removal spell is the same. Yeah, I guess I don't actually have anything good here that helps me, right? So I should just take Endurance so I have an extra layer of... I shouldn't have done this, obviously. But... yeah, I don't think anything else helps me, so... I just wanted to look and see, because I didn't have my list up, so... What do you got for me, opponent? It is a Bowmaster, so they survive one more turn here. Are we gonna get Twistered? Oh, no, 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 no. We're getting Twistered. Oh, no, no, no. Vamp Lotus Twister. It doesn't kill us, though. I think it's fine. They can kill 2 Vengevines and or a Root Wall and a Vengevine. Or is this balance? LED? Balance? Oh, Echo. Wait, there's no timing where I can... That's unfortunate. Yeah, if it was balanced, it would block with Bowmaster, yeah. Okay. Does this... Oh, I don't know that this beats me. I have Pyroblast and Trap now. I can just return... So they kill a Hollow one, they kill a Vengevine, they make a 7/7, they're at 2... I mean, the game continues. All right, they're going to go for a Hollow one and a Vengevine kill. And we have a Black Lotus to use our survival. We don't have that many good cards to get with our survival, to be fair. They can't take any hits, so they can't... They're attacking? That's bold. I believe Bestow is not casting a creature. No. I think I'm going to use the Pyroblast. So I just need to task 2 creatures, really? I should have kept the Pyroblast in case they had negation. I should use the trap. Should we just Detectives Phoenix them? Is that not the coolest thing we could have done? Ah, whatever, man. I'm just gonna get multiple creatures. What am I, like, worried about? Anything? I think I would just, like, get 2 Root Walls, bring back Vengevine, and bestow a Root Waller or something. So that I have 3 attackers. I think I played this really badly. I think I was supposed to Mind Break Trap the Time Walk so that I could have Pyroblast up in case they had negation. Not that it matters, because I think we have double activate off of this, off of these 2, but I think it better plays around stuff. We just won through our opponent Breacher Bowmaster Twistering us, so that was good. I do think we're going to need some amount of removal spells here. I want access to at least a Braid and maybe some Dismember as well. Bowmaster is really annoying for our deck unless we are on the survival line. But maybe the Endurance is not necessary. I kind of don't even know if this Master of Death is necessary. We have so many squee effects. Let's try this. I'm just trying random numbers, by the way. I did not do the math. Okay, here's a trap, but we have no powerful play. Don't like that very much. If this hand had a survival, I'd probably keep it. But I think you are not allowed to keep this with, like, no good creature lines. If we had even, like, some, like, a Hex Drinker or something, then you could probably keep this, but... I mean, this is our good interaction, though, on the draw. We didn't end up with a... We did end up with a red Spirit Guide. No mulligan. This hand's much better. I'm gonna get rid of the one I can't cast. All right. We also didn't show them trap, by the way. Wow, they're just playing around it now. I have a Dismember, though, so I think it's okay. Maybe I'm not even supposed to... Oh, I didn't play the Sapphire. My bad, chat. I threw that one. No, I'm just dead. I said I'm gonna be able to beat it with the Dismember, and I just didn't play the Sapphire first. I should just trap the Soul Ring, huh? Yeah. Maybe they'll Twister and I can Dismember in response. Entomb. Oh, they're gonna Entomb the Twister. We're safe. We're safe. We're safe. Because we have... They'll never know I misplayed. have trap backup. All right, well, fresh game. Oh, I'm so bad. Last one of the night for sure. Last league of the night. Oh man. Wait, why does this say Oh, because we won the first game. I totally forgot. It's okay. I just wanted a fresh 7, you know? I just wanted to try again, you know? Surely they're not gonna play something into my mind break trap. Yeah, that's not happening. So they did vamp something to the top. We need to find a null rod here. It was so bad that I went all the way back around. Yeah, something like that. Fury. All right, let's activate Bazaar. You don't have a Bowmaster? Oh god, I was so scared. Vengevine, Squee, and Fetch. I think I'm gonna activate another Bazaar because what I really need here is a Null Rod, right? Like more than anything else, I need a Null Rod here. I mean, that's at least something. This does not return my Vengevine, though, unless I use my Fury or use my Lotus on Liberator. And I feel like I need Pyroblast. So I think I'm going to hold my Hollow One. I think I'm going to hold my Hollow One. I don't know what my opponent vamped for, but I feel like it's a blue card, right? No? I don't know what's going on. What did they vamp for? A storm card or something? Survival. I could double activate. I should just cast Bazaar, right? I should just activate Bazaar. Okay, there's a Root Walla. So what do I want to hold open? What do I want to do? I have so many options here. Because I can play Survival and Cradle. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what I do then. Play this. Play this. I guess I should have played the Cradle first. Play these two things. And then... Oh, I don't have a creature, though. Well, I will when the Squee comes. Force my Hollow One. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Yeah, I don't... All right, when the Squee comes back, I'll have another creature. But I'm going to just keep holding open this Pyroblast in case they do something bad to me, right? They vamp for force. That might make sense. Oh, we don't have an oof to get. Yeah, the fact that we have 0 oof is not good. It's not good. I don't like that. What can we get? Is there anything we can get that's like does something strong besides, I don't know, Vengevine? Stone Coil. I guess we'll find out. Oh. Okay, so I have a Vengevine, and I have a Gak. So I could crack Black Lotus and get a bunch of stuff, right? Like I can get a Vengevine, get rid of a Vengevine, get a Root Walla, bring back my Vengevines, get a Hierarch, then cast a Gak. Like I could definitely do that. But I don't actually think that's better than keeping open Pyroblast. And how many more activations? I have one more activation. So I can activate, pitch the Vengevine, get... Yeah, I mean, we could Phoenix. I actually don't think we have a lethal with Phoenix because to do the big line I want to do, I have to crack the Lotus for green. So I don't think I can do that. I think what I'm going to do is... I actually don't have anything I can play with the Stone Coil Serpent. That's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I think I have to. It would just be the a lone Gak, which I don't know if that's better than just attacking. Oh, wait. What about last card? What about last card? What? I have never had a Bazaar in play with a survival, I feel like. Okay, so what if I do Vengevine, and then I get rid of the Vengevine, and... Oh, no, but that loses me my Pyroblast, right? If I, like, get a Root Walla here, and then I activate Bazaar... No, I can keep it. I have enough cards. So I can, like, get a Root Walla, and then I can activate Bazaar, and then I can pitch the Root Walla, and then cast the Stone Coil Serpent. Okay, I don't know if I've ever done that before, but it's pretty sick, isn't it? That makes me think that I probably had another line with, like, Gak or something, where I pitched, like, both the Gak and the... I feel like there must have been a line here where I can, like, pitch the Gak and... No, I only have one creature, so I can't do that. Oh, I'm not winning. I thought I won, but apparently I was just frozen. Okay. This is not lethal if I pump. Okay. I kind of feel like I probably had a line there that could win then. Cool. What a sick win. We threw so badly that we came back and won. It was so bad. It was like the clearest Hull Breacher of all time. And I had the whole line. If we placed Stone Coil off of Sapphire first, we would have had one more Cradle. True. We could have led Stone Coil on one, and then we would have had triple activation. That probably means we could have won, right? Because we could probably have gotten Gak and Detectives Phoenix, and then we can crack... I mean, we once again lose our Pyroblast, but I think we could have won on this turn for sure. I definitely missed Stone Coil first to get one more green activation. Man, Magic's hard. Magic is hard. All right, here we go, chat. Third and final round of our second draft. We are on the draw, but we do have Sapphire Ancestral Bazaar. So let's give it a shot. No Mindbreak Trap in our hand here, though. I assume they're Ancestraling. No. All right. Well, I think I'm just gonna lead on Ancestral because the Ancestral makes my Bazaar better, right? I got Flusterstormed. That's like the only way I'm ever gonna get Flusterstormed. Maybe I should have just played around that. I don't know. It feels bad. My opponent's like, what do you mean Sapphire Ancestral activate Bazaar of Baghdad? Oh no. This hand's really bad now. This hand's really bad now. I'm pretty worried. Maybe I really messed up and I just should have. Oh god. Well, I can find land and play a Null Rod next turn. I assume they're. Wait, what did they just vamp for? What did they vamp for? Oh, they just. Oh, they're killing us. Okay, that's better. They must have a Hold Breacher, right? They must have a Hold Breacher, right? That's a pretty good draw if they have a Hold Breacher. Null Rod you. They have a Hold Breacher. So do we activate? What do we gain? I think so. We gain nothing. I'm not gonna have any green mana though. That's a huge problem. Like I can resolve this survival, but it doesn't actually do anything. Wow. Should I? This is really bad. I wonder what I should have done instead. If I had just let this go, I could have played Hierarch, then played Cradle, then played Survival, huh? I should not have activated. Okay. Wow, I should not have activated. How many green sources are in my deck? I feel like not that many. I think I misplayed really badly, actually. Wow. Okay. They have a counter too? Oh. Okay. We're gonna need to draw a forest and play Hierarch, and that's about the only way we're getting out of this one. Oh, that's an interesting idea too. Yeah, I am disappointed in myself. I feel like that was a spot I could have waited a little longer and figured it out. I mean, there were things we could have hit that would have helped. Oh, okay. I'll try furying your Hold Breacher. They have Force blue card, last two cards. Force. Wow. All right. That's brutal. That also works if I hit exactly Taiga. And we have 3 fetches for our Taiga. I mean, the game goes on. That's a really, really, really good draw. That is an incredible draw of... That is an unbelievable draw. What are we doing with this draw? Because we now have double survival activation. We have nothing in our yard. I think we just want to get a squee. So I don't think that we... Yeah, I think we just... We're not casting anything, right? So I think we just wait. And then on the end step, we go get a squee and pitch a squee. I feel like activating survival is better than like finding red source and killing Hull Breacher, unless they twister us. In which case we can, if they twister us, we can pitch the Hierarch and get a red Simian Spirit Guide. That's a Frenzied Baloth. Why does my opponent have a Frenzied Baloth? Okay. I'm not dead, right? I'm at 2. I can't make 2 Root Wallas and block the Hull Breacher here because I need 1 more green. This is the kind of spot. Okay, I think that's fine. I mean, I certainly would like to have my Fury back. All right. Activate Survival. I got this one into the cube for the survival deck, actually. Okay, activate Survival of the Fittest, pitching Ignoble Hierarch. How do I... What if I would get Vengevines? Is there any way to return Vengevine? So if I get a Vengevine, pitch a Vengevine for a Vengevine, and then I pitch a Vengevine for a Root Walla, pitch a Root Walla for a hollow one, I would still need another spell, right? So it doesn't work. So... what do I do? I need to get a creature in play. Like, I want to get a squee and then pitch a squee so that I get another card to use. I think I'm still supposed to get a squee. I really want Fury here is actually the card I want the most. But I can't get Fury. So then the second one... So if I take a Root Walla now... that doesn't really work. I take a Vengevine, and I change the Vengevine into a Root Walla. I take the Root Walla, and I change it into a Stone Coil. I cast a Stone Coil, and I play a Vengevine. It's something. I just don't know that that's actually even good enough. I'm dead, right? So that doesn't actually work. So I guess I was wrong. I guess I was supposed to play Hierarch so I could Pyroblast Hull Breacher. Or I can draw a land here. If I draw a land here, I can do fine. But I need to draw a land. I have to draw any land that makes mana right now. Because I screwed up. And I didn't hit. Because I can't return 2 vines because I don't have enough activations. So I think I'm just dead. This is where you need an Elvish Spirit Guide. Because if I had an Elvish Spirit Guide, I could do an extra activation. But I don't have an Elvish Spirit Guide. So I could get a Simian Spirit Guide and Pyroblast the Hull Breacher. I mean, that's at least something we can do, right? So I should have gotten a Simian Spirit Guide at the end of last turn so I could make this turn better. Because then I can hit Root Wallas and maybe we can still live. All right, destroy your Hull Breacher. I can hit a hollow one off this Bazaar activation, right? Wow. This deck is really hard to play. This deck is really hard to play. I feel like I could have won a couple more matches tonight if I had played better. It's also kind of difficult because the deck changes every draft where like the pieces you had in the first draft are no longer there. Like, we have the same idea and the same basic principles, but we don't have all the same pieces. So like lines that worked the first time don't work the second time. And then sometimes you like powder away your lines. Okay, so this has to be. I need help on this. I need a root walla. No, this is so close. If we had hit a land, this would have been enough, but this is not my second spell, right? No. If we had hit a land so that we could use... Oh, actually, a land wouldn't have been enough either. Oh, I should have pitched this Hogak so that I could... I can't cast it either, so... it was close. It was close. I needed... What did I need? I think I needed exactly Hollow One or double Root Walla. I think the biggest problem here is that I fetched for Avengevine and I shouldn't have fetched for Avengevine. Because this doesn't survive because this is Trample 3-2. Wow, I almost came back in this game, but I think I just chose the wrong lines. So sad. All right. Regroup here. I think we're bringing in the abrades and stuff again. And I think this Hogak is like pretty bad if you don't have enough small green creatures. Like, you need more Basking Root Wallas, maybe more 1-drops to play this Hogak. I think I'm just gonna put the Hogak away. Because you like almost never want to cast the Hogak off of the vines because they're your way to win. So it feels bad. Like I said, I'm gonna get rid of this Master of Death too. I think the Master of Death is kind of superfluous when you have the squeeze. Okay, this is a sick hand. This is an unbelievable hand. This is a great hand. Okay. This is looking like a vintage hand. We're playing some Countervine now. I should do a stream where we do Countervine. I try to actually make Countervine work instead of survival. All right, activate Bazaar. Give me a Hollow One. Oh, give me the double Root Wall of Vengevine. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we wanted to see. That is why we are here. Cast. Vengevine is out. Turn 1, 4/3 haste. 6 free power. Your move, opponent. We can still die so easily. But it's fine. Probe. My Mindbreak Trap is a little bit worse now. And by a little bit, I mean like a lot worse now. All right. Well, this means we don't get Hull Breachered. So it means we get another activation, which is good. Interesting. Squee, powder, and green creature to the yard. Technically, I could Detective's Phoenix this turn with Simian Spirit Guide, Exile, Squee, and Serum Powder. Which seems bad. I could pitch Fury so that I could Detective's Phoenix, but it's only +2/+2 in haste. Doesn't feel worth it. Does it change the clock? It does change the clock. Does change the clock. Okay, I'm in. The stow. Attack. Look at my root wall has wings. What is this? This is Dismember? Whatever. They're at 6. A red land gives lethal. And I still have trap. All right, they're at 5. Mox, spell number 1. Keen Eye Curator. Yeah, that blocks. And eats my Vengevine. Red mana still wins. Oh, I got my squee back. Thank you, opponent. His Cradle. That's red land. That's red land, though. Red land is winning, right? Taiga. Breathe, Rootwalla. Fire breathe on their Raccoon Scout. Yes. It's a dragon. You can't tell me this isn't a dragon. This is a lizard with wings that fire breathes. That's a dragon. It's a fucking dragon. This is peak magic. No one can tell me differently. Absolute peak magic. All right, what do we got? Ooh, a very Moxen lifestyle here. This time I won't. This time I won't forget holding open Dismember for my Bazaar activation. I promise. They're representing the Hull Breacher. We've got him, chat. This time we've got him. This time we definitely got him. Do it, Breacher me, Breacher me. You fell into my trap. Boop. Oh, Bazaar, Rootwalla. I think I'm just gonna hold the other Dismember. Just in case something goes badly. I should probably have used the Sapphire so I could represent pitch something. We have a Null Rod coming. That'll be good. No, Strip Mine. Just see if anything happens here. Like if they play a Bowmaster. All right, I'll take the 1 and then Null Rod you. Ooh, the Null Rods are Resolvers. All right, 1 Rootwalla and a Dream. 1 Rootwalla and a Dream. I drew all of my Moxen. It's actually wild. All right, this Rootwalla is breathing. I don't know what he's breathing. Moss? Sun? Sun breathing Rootwalla? They had some lands. Simian Spirit Guide. All right. Get in there. What do you got for me? Tap land. Shramp. Another Cradle. Not ideal. I will say, I kind of wish I had my Bazaar back. Can 1 Rootwalla do it? possible. Anything is possible. Detective Phoenix. Can't do that one. I guess I could cast it. Like, as a 3-drop, I can just cast it. I feel like they have Force of Will, though. And then I can play a new Cradle and Pump. You didn't see that coming, did you? 5. Is it it? A lizard and a bird? Black, green, demonic. Oh, no, demonic. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. We don't want to see that. And then what? Green, blue, black. Frog. Oh, no, frog. How, wait. This frog is not big enough with the dismember? Kill your frog. Walking on a dream. 2 dismembers, baby. Which member? Dismember. Let's go. That's a good way to end it. A solid 2-1. A solid 2-1. I love it. I love it. I love it. What a fun deck this was. So I don't know, which deck do you think was better? We had the 1-2, and then we had this 2-1. But I kind of feel like the first deck was better. I feel like it just hit a bad matchup, you know? I will say, I do believe these traps are required. You have to first pick these traps over like almost anything so that you can break serve. But if you can get the traps, this deck works. This is really cool. The fact that you can go into a draft and play Bazaar of Baghdad, I like an actual build around Bazaar of Baghdad deck is so sweet. And I think there's some refinement I can do on my pick order. I feel like I made some mistakes in my draft this time. I'm not convinced on the red, like, entirely. We could do some other things. And I also don't think it has to be just a survival deck. I wonder if you could get enough counter magic to play a true counter vine. You might have to hit really well, though. But overall, I was impressed. If you want to play Supreme Cube, it's on Magic Online until June 16th. So this will be airing on Friday, the 5th. And so you'll have plenty of time if you are interested in playing some Supreme Cube. Try out a bunch of different decks. Obviously, I just played some Bazaar here because we've been working on trying to make the Bazaar archetype playable in the cube. But there's tons of other things to play. And Luris, Wheels, like we saw Mono Black. So lots of different options here. Hope you enjoyed this vintage Supreme Cube draft. Stay tuned for post NYSE action starting next week. I have a testing league that'll go up on Monday, and then I'll do a recap video. And I'm going to definitely play a bunch of on-stream matches with whatever deck I decide to play at NYSE. I have some things cooking up. We'll see what actually gets chosen. But definitely tune in next week for the Wednesday and challenge streams to see what deck I chose for NYSE. More vintage content on this YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.